Hi there, I'm Ross Minter and this is Grow Your Own Life. Please like and subscribe to my channel and hopefully we can have a lot more adventures outside growing our lives. That'll do. So today I thought I'd talk to you guys about fishing tackle, what you need, what you don't need, just to come out for a pleasurable day's fishing. So what do you need for a day's fishing? Obviously you need a fishing rod. You also need a landing net, and they're probably the most essential things you need for fishing. But we're all guilty of this. Bringing far too much stuff fishing. I have no idea what this weighs. The problem with fishing nowadays is, and we are all guilty of this, is we all buy into, we need this, we need that, we need everything, we need the kitchen sink to go fishing. We get suckered into the marketing campaigns from tackle companies, and I should know because I used to work for a tackle company in the design department, working on advertisements and packaging, so I know how to catch an angler, probably more than I know how to catch a fish. And even I fall for it. I go into a tackle shop and I think, I need this, I need that, and I end up with boxes and bags of just stuff that I don't really need to enjoy a day's fishing. It's all things that you just acquire over the years, and it all adds a few ounces to your pack. And to be perfectly honest, most of the stuff when you go fishing you don't use. You use your favourites. You use the things that you know how to fish with. You know, you might be a method feeder fisherman, in which case, you know, you always take your method feeders and you're always using them. But you probably have a bag full of cage feeders or maggot feeders, and in your head you say to yourself, well, I might need that, I might need to change tactics. But when was the last time, if you're not a match angler, you actually changed your tactics? Or did you just persevere with what you had? Me, if I go tench fishing, it's normally with a method feeder, and therefore I just stick with the method feeder. If after a few hours I'm not catching, I might switch bait, I might change the hook length, I might change hook patterns, I might do all that. Very rarely do I actually go, right, I'm taking the method feeder off and putting on a cage feeder. In which case, taking those cage feeders out of my bag could probably save me the best part of half a pound in weight, especially if I've got maggot feeders and cage feeders and long range feeders and leads and bombs and then you get into the whole situation with carp angling and barbel fishing and the different leads you get. You can have pair leads and square leads, you can have distance leads, you can have drop off leads, and before you know it, you've got 30 pound in weight worth of leads in your bag, and you're probably just using one type, which is your favourite. So there you have it. Very quickly I can get my fishing tackle down to the bare essentials. Obviously I'm not saying this is what you have to do. Obviously everyone fishes differently. Quite easily you can get your fishing tackle down to a manageable amount, and it's just the basics really. As you can see, we have the weighing scales and the sling, we have an unhooking mat, forceps, snips, braid snips, catapult, some basic baiting tools, then we have hooks, hook length line, we have some pre-tied hooks, then we have a few method feeders, a few leads, a few floats, some disgorgers, and then just a couple of boxes full of bits and pieces like swivels, float stops, lead clips and all that kind of malarkey, plus a little bit of bait. Again, that's completely relative to what you're doing. That's just bait that normally stays in my bag all the time. There's a few boilers, there's a few pop-ups and a few pellets, and then obviously you can add to that. That's your basic fishing tackle. If you want to go barbel fishing, throw in a bit of barbel stuff, put it in a separate bag, put it in, take it out. If you want to go carp fishing, add the alarms, take the alarms out. But just get into this mentality of looking through your stuff and taking out the things that you don't really need, and you'll be massively surprised about what you can lose out of your bag. I guarantee you that anyone out there who has a fishing bag like me will go through it and they will find things that they haven't used for months, if at all. It's just stuff that we put into our fishing bag and we just constantly get into this routine of always adding it and then never using it. Hi folks, how are you doing? Apologies for the road. should be a bit quieter when I get to the lake. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's a lovely morning. I've been up since about 4:30. I feel very awake. It is a bit of a, I don't know, what would you call it, a mixed pool. I suppose carpers would call it like a runs water. Yeah. Basically, it's full of lots of medium-sized carp, really. Anything from £6 to, I don't know, £12 is pretty common. So it is what it is, and it should be a good day's fishing. Touch wood.